The day your life changes is the day you accept full responsibility for it. Think about that for a moment. How many people are out there waiting for help, waiting for support, waiting for someone to believe in them, waiting for the perfect opportunity? And while they wait, life keeps moving. Days become weeks, weeks become months, months become years. And the dream stays exactly where it started because they're waiting for someone else to do what only they can do. Here's a hard truth. Nobody is coming. No one is coming to wake you up every morning. No one is coming to force you to be disciplined. No one is coming to build your future or make your dreams happen. That responsibility belongs to you. You can't change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. That's where power begins. Not in blaming, not in complaining, not in waiting, but in ownership. The moment you stop looking outside for answers and start looking within, everything begins to change. Now, this doesn't mean you won't get help along the way. You might find mentors, you might find friends, you might find opportunities, but none of that can replace your own effort. Because nobody can do your push-ups for you. Nobody can read the books for you. Nobody can practice discipline for you. Nobody can become successful for you. You have to do the work. Success is predictable. It isn't luck, and it isn't magic. It's hard work and discipline. And discipline begins when excuses end. No more waiting. No more blaming. No more hoping someone will rescue you. Because the truth is, the hero you've been waiting for is already in the mirror. The person capable of changing your life is already looking back at you. Not next year, not someday. Today, let's talk about personal responsibility, self-reliance, mental toughness, and the courage to keep moving forward when no one is cheering for you. Because the strongest people in life learn a powerful lesson. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You only need to stop doubting yourself. Nobody is coming. And that's not bad news. It's freedom, because it means your future is still in your hands. So stand up, take responsibility, do the work, and build the life you deserve. No excuses, no waiting, no rescue, just action. The moment you stop waiting for someone else to change your life is the moment your life begins to change. Let that settle in. Most people spend years waiting for support, for encouragement, for the perfect opportunity, for someone to notice them. And while they wait, time keeps moving. The days pass, the months pass, the years pass, and the dream stays exactly where it started. Not because it was impossible, but because they were waiting for someone else to make it happen. For things to change, you have to change. That's where real power begins. Not when someone helps you, not when circumstances improve, not when luck arrives, but when you decide to take ownership. Doing it alone doesn't mean you'll never get help. You may find mentors, friends, opportunities, but even with all the support in the world, the work is still yours. Nobody can exercise for you. Nobody can learn for you. Nobody can develop your character for you. You have to do it yourself. And that's actually one of the most freeing truths in life. Because if nobody is coming, you can stop waiting. You can stop making excuses. You can stop blaming and start acting. You may not be able to change your entire life today, but you can change your direction today. One decision, one action, one commitment. That's all it takes to begin. Most people underestimate their own power. They believe someone else has the answer, the opportunity, the advantage, when often the answer is already within them. What they need isn't more help. It's more responsibility, because responsibility creates power. The moment you say, "My future is my responsibility," everything changes. You become more focused, more disciplined, more determined, because you stop expecting someone else to carry the weight. You carry it yourself. And yes, there will be difficult days. Days when nobody notices your effort, applauds your progress, or understands your vision. Keep going anyway, because the strongest people learn how to move forward without constant encouragement. They learn to believe in themselves before the world believes in them. That's what separates dreamers from achievers. Dreamers wait. Achievers act. Dreamers hope someone will help. Achievers start with what they have. Dreamers depend on circumstances. Achievers depend on discipline. Success isn't something that happens to you. It's something you create. And creation requires action, responsibility, ownership, and the courage to move forward even when you feel alone. Because sometimes the greatest growth happens in solitude. When nobody's watching, when nobody's cheering, when nobody's helping, those are the moments that build strength, character, and leaders. So stop waiting. Stop looking around. Stop hoping someone will rescue you. Look in the mirror. The person capable of changing your life is already there. The person capable of building your future, of creating success, that person is you. If you must do it alone, start now. Take responsibility, because nobody is coming. And that's exactly why you can become unstoppable. You cannot hire someone to do your push-ups for you. Let that sink in. There are things in life that can't be delegated, transferred, or outsourced. They have to be done by you, your discipline, your habits, your decisions, your effort. No one can replace them. And that's a truth many people struggle to accept. They look for shortcuts. They look for help. They look for someone to carry the burden. But life doesn't work that way because growth is personal. Change is personal. Success is personal. The price of success is paid in private, not in public. No one can study for your exams, train your body, build your skills, or develop your mindset for you. Others can guide you, support you, encourage you, but they can't do it for you. This is where many people lose their way. They rely too much on motivation from others, too much encouragement, too much validation, too much external help. But motivation fades. Support is inconsistent. Validation is temporary. What remains is your effort, your discipline, your consistency. Your life changes when your habits change, and habits are built through repetition. Not assistance, not advice, not inspiration. Repetition. Doing the work again and again, even when it's boring, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. That's where transformation happens. If someone else could do it for you, you would never become strong, disciplined, or capable, because struggle builds strength, effort builds confidence, and discipline builds character. Those things can't be given. They have to be earned. Don't wish for an easy life. Wish for the strength to handle a difficult one. Difficulty isn't your enemy. It's your trainer. It pushes you, tests you, reveals you. And every time you go through it yourself, you become stronger. Imagine if everything were done for you. No effort, no resistance, no challenge. You would never grow, never improve, never discover your potential. That's why life requires personal effort, because effort is the path to transformation. No one can wake up early for you, make your decisions for you, build your discipline for you, or fight your internal battles for you. You have to face them yourself. And yes, it can feel difficult, lonely, even overwhelming at times. But that's exactly where strength is formed. Strength doesn't come from what you can already do. It comes from overcoming what you once thought you couldn't. Every time you choose to do the work yourself, you grow. Every time you push through resistance, you grow. Every time you refuse to quit, you grow. Until one day you realize you no longer need someone to push you because you've become the person who pushes themselves. That's real freedom. So understand this deeply. No one can do the work for you because the work is what creates you. Do the work yourself. Own your growth. Become the person you were meant to be. Excuses are the nails used to build a house of failure. Think about that slowly. Every excuse sounds reasonable at first. I was tired. I didn't have time. I'll start tomorrow. It's too hard right now. But repeat it over time and excuses become a habit, and habits shape your life. Not your intentions, not your dreams, your habits. Success is a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Excuses don't destroy your life in one moment. They do it slowly, quietly, consistently. One delay, one complaint, one justification. And suddenly time passes, opportunity passes, confidence fades, and nothing changes. Not because life was unfair, but because effort was replaced with excuses. Let's talk about complaints. Complaining feels easy. It feels like relief, like release. But in reality, it's surrender. Because every complaint says this is happening to me instead of I will do something about it. That shift is everything. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. That's responsibility. That's maturity. That's strength. Do successful people face problems? Yes. Setbacks? Yes. Disappointment? Absolutely. But they don't stay there. They don't live there. They don't build their identity there. They move forward and focus on solutions, not stories, not excuses, not complaints. Because results don't come from talking about problems. Results come from solving them. Ask yourself honestly, what have excuses cost you? The gym you didn't attend, the skill you didn't learn, the opportunity you didn't take, the goal you delayed. Not because you couldn't, but because you excused yourself out of it. And over time, excuses become identity. A person who excuses today will excuse tomorrow unless they break the pattern. And that break starts with one decision. No more excuses, no more complaints, just action, just responsibility, just results. Your life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change, and change requires honesty. Honesty with yourself, about your effort, about your discipline. Deep down, you already know when you're avoiding work, when you're delaying, when you're making excuses. And the moment you admit it, you gain power over it. A life without excuses isn't an easy life, but it is a powerful one because it removes confusion, blame, and delay, and replaces them with clarity, focus, and direction. You stop asking, why is this happening to me, and start asking, what must I do now? That's where transformation begins, because life rewards action, not excuses, not complaints. Action. So take responsibility. Own your situation. Do the work. and move forward even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you don't feel like it, because results don't come from excuses. They come from execution. Don't wish for it. Work for it. That's the difference. So from this moment on, make a decision. No excuses, no complaints, just results. Do the work, take responsibility, and let your results speak for you. The seasons of life don't change overnight, but they always change. Think about that. There are seasons that feel heavy, quiet seasons, lonely seasons, unseen seasons, where you're working but nobody notices, trying but nobody applauds, growing but nobody understands. And in those moments, doubt starts to speak. Is this even working? Am I wasting my time? Why am I doing this alone? These are normal thoughts, but they're not always true thoughts, because progress isn't always visible, growth isn't always loud, change isn't always obvious. Just because you can't see results doesn't mean results aren't happening. Think about a seed. When it's planted in the ground, nothing seems to happen. No movement, no growth of the surface, no sign of life. But beneath the soil, something powerful is taking place. Roots are forming. Strength is building. A foundation is developing. And without that hidden process, there would be no visible tree. Your life works the same way. What feels like delay is often development. What feels like silence is often preparation. What feels like loneliness is often strengthening. But only if you stay, only if you continue, only if you trust the process. Don't judge your progress by what you see today. Judge it by what you're becoming. Lonely seasons aren't punishment. They're preparation for strength, for maturity, for growth. When nobody's watching, you learn discipline. When nobody's helping, you learn independence. When nobody's cheering, you learn self-belief. And those are the qualities that build strong people. Not comfort, not attention, not validation, but quiet consistency. It's easy to stay committed when people are watching. It's easy to stay motivated when people are praising you. It's easy to stay focused when results are visible. But real strength is built in silence. When no one sees your effort, no one acknowledges your progress, no one understands your journey, and still you continue. That's discipline. That's character. That's power. The strongest foundation is built in the quietest places. So if you're in a lonely season right now, don't give up. Don't rush the process. Don't assume nothing is happening. Something is happening. You are growing. You are building. You are becoming, even if you can't see it yet. Every day you stay committed, you're strengthening your future self. Every day you continue, you're laying foundations that will support your success. Every day you trust the process, you're proving your discipline. And one day it will all make sense. The struggle, the silence, the waiting, it will all connect. Every season serves a purpose, even the ones you don't understand. So keep going, even when it feels slow, even when it feels lonely, even when it feels uncertain, because seasons always change, and the people who stay consistent through the hard seasons are the ones who rise when the season changes. Trust it, work through it, grow through it, because your breakthrough isn't lost, it's developing. And when the time is right, it will show itself. Stay patient, stay consistent, trust the process. Your season is changing. Success is not something you chase. It's something you become. Think about that slowly. Most people focus only on outcomes. The money, the success, the recognition, the results. But they forget something important. The real work isn't just what you achieve. It's who you become in the process. The real value in life isn't what you get. It's what you become. Let that settle in. Because becoming unstoppable isn't an event. It's a process. A daily, disciplined, repeated process. Built through action, consistency, and responsibility. An unstoppable person isn't someone who never struggles, never fails, never feels doubt. They're someone who keeps going anyway, even when it's hard, even when it's slow, even when it's uncertain. That's strength. That's character. That's power. You're not defined by what happens to you. You're defined by how you respond to it. Every challenge you face is shaping you. Every setback is teaching you. Every difficult moment is building you. But only if you stay in the game. Only if you continue. Only if you refuse to quit. Quitting stops growth. Continuing creates transformation. And transformation is what builds unstoppable people. Unstoppable people aren't born, they're built. Built through repetition, discipline, and daily effort. They do what others avoid. They stay consistent when others quit. They keep going when others stop. Not because they're special, but because they made different decisions. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement, and that bridge has to be crossed every single day. Step by step, action by action, decision by decision, until discipline becomes identity. Imagine a version of you that doesn't hesitate, doesn't quit, doesn't avoid responsibility. A version that shows up every day no matter what. That version isn't far away. It's built through today's actions, not tomorrow's hopes, not some today's plans, but today. Every small action adds to who you're becoming. Every disciplined choice builds your strength. Every moment you push through resistance builds your confidence, until one day you realize you're no longer the person who struggles to start. You're the person who cannot stop. That's unstoppable. Not perfect, not effortless, consistent, and consistency always wins. Small disciplines, repeated with consistency every day, lead to great achievement. So stop waiting to become strong. Start building strength. Stop waiting to become disciplined. Start practicing discipline. Stop waiting to become unstoppable. Start acting like it now. Because your future isn't something you find. It's something you build. Brick by brick, action by action, day by day. And one day you'll look back and realize the moment you refused to quit was the moment you became unstoppable. Build yourself. Strengthen yourself. Become the person nothing can break. Your life won't change when the world changes. It will change when you change. Take a moment and reflect on everything. Nobody is coming. No one is going to do it for you. No one is going to carry your responsibility. And that's not a weakness. That's your power. Because when you accept full responsibility, you take back control of your life. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more blaming, just action, just discipline, just progress. Success isn't given. It's taken through daily effort. So keep going, even when it feels hard, even when it feels slow, even when it feels lonely, because every step you take is shaping your future self. And one day you'll look back and realize the moment you decided to do it alone was the moment everything began to change. No excuses, no waiting, no quitting, just becoming unstoppable.